Well, hey there team, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to some more X4 Kingdoms End. Now, don't freak out. Deja vu. Yes, I've loaded an earlier save before you click off and think you're on the wrong episode. Because people had suggested that when I spoke to this dude, perhaps if I spoke to one of the other parties, I might have gotten a different answer. And if we're being honest, being that this is a sort of pre-release build, as much as I want this to be a 100 episode playthrough, this is as much a preview for you guys to figure out if you're into this game to buy as well. So, I'll humor it. Let's go back and have a look. I will, however, I still stand by the fact that this is kind of crummy, how it sort of pushes you into these. It's not fantastic. And on top of that, this dude's like almost violent reaction. It just seems really out of character, right? When the only two options I can come to this guy with, when I personally could probably think out about 5 other options, right? Two that he decides to react to incredibly in an offended manner. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we'll have a look. It would be cool if there are other ways, and honestly, there will be lessons learned going forward. Okay, so what else we got? Bridge. I think we went to crew quarters. So let's check out the dock. I just feel like, and it's a bit too late, it's not like the developers, well, you never know, they might be able to patch a splash in or something, but perhaps this is a negotiation mechanic that exists already in X4 from like previous expansions or whatever, and it's assumed knowledge, but I don't know, right? And I'm sure that there are probably people watching this that don't know that either. So if, you know, a lot of you are saying, well, maybe it gets a different outcome or whatever. Well, they've been pretty good tutorializing a lot of what I've done. Perhaps if they did that as well here, that'd be good.
Who does this fool think he is?
Eh?
Does he not understand the gravity of our mission? Withholding his consent, we shall continue without it if necessary.
Eh? I mean, calm down, mate. But it doesn't have a pip on it. Calm yourself.
Why do you think I remain on this fool's dock? And who are you to tell me to calm myself?
Hey!
I appreciate your contributions to our mission, but do not forget that I remain your superior.
Sure.
Let's clear my head of the fool's petulance before I return to my post.
Okay, yeah, okay, sure. Leader Wee is afraid. Absolutely he is.
Yes, you are right. That much is obvious.
Yep.
I cannot help but wonder if there's more to the issue than that. Perhaps he is overly attached to his role as Prime Administrator of the provinces.
I don't think so, man.
Union with King Demend would inevitably result in him having to relinquish power and standing.
Or maybe. Actually, you never know. It could be that complex. Leader Wee is afraid. We already said that, did we not? He certainly fears the cucks. He fears outside incursion. No, now here's just a quick comment on meta knowledge, right? I know that he fears the cucks being a big incursion. In fact, that's his huge, that's the huge motivation of the other party, right? However, I mostly know that because I've already clicked all his responses. Arguably, and it's hard to keep track of already, I have knowledge from a save scum state, right? Not necessarily knowledge of being legitimately trying to negotiate it. And it's getting a little bit confusing. Anyway, there's just a thought. Leader Wee's afraid.
You are right. That much is obvious. I cannot help but wonder if there's more to the issue than that. Perhaps he is overly attached to his role as Prime Administrator of the provinces.
Nah.
A reunion with King Demend would
the funny thing is, and I hope people don't think, if I didn't like something, and if you've ever followed this channel before, if I didn't like something, it wouldn't be on the channel. Generally speaking, it's kind of rare for me to bash a game just relentlessly. I hate negative clickbait and all that. And the fact that I'm getting so involved and kind of critical of this is because I like it so much. And, you know, you're probably the same. You're all passionate nerd losers just like me, right? So when you find something that you really enjoy, when there's something off about a part of it, it can really irk you more. So I know I've stuck on that, and I'll probably try and calm down a bit and not stay on these points so much. But don't think that I hate this game or that I'm trying to bash it unfairly. He certainly fears the cuck.
Ah, I understand. He's worried that our presence will stir up an infestation of the chitterers.
Yes,
The
actually,
Alliance
that's
of the
exactly
Word is
it.
certainly prepared to provide assurances that our investigation will not leave him exposed to Ka'ak attacks.
Hey, this is good. This is good. Oh, I would have had okay. I would have had a much different experience if I'd come here first. If he's okay, so these aren't dots, so I should just be able to say. What happens if I say it again?
Ah, I understand. He is worried that our presence will stir up an infestation of the chitterers.
Okay, so
The Alliance of the Word is certainly prepared to provide
if I go
assurances that
back
our
to
investigation will not leave him exposed to Ka'ak attacks.
okay, cool. So he's just made that assurance to me verbally, right? But there's no mechanical inference or anything like that. However, I wonder if I now go back to the dude with that, will I now have a new dialogue choice available? I'm not sure. Let's see.
Ah, the silent one from our disappointing
That's me, yes.
introduction.
Yes, hello, Fishman. Perhaps there is a positive solution. About the cuck threat. Okay. This is kind of brilliant, right? I just wish it was... How do I put this? Because it can't just be all on the game, right? I game, but I also do this for a living. I am in a certain habit. I've been conditioned, and I've already probably mentioned this. I hate a lot of writing in games these days because it's bad, right? But I've probably been conditioned to consume such bad writing in such a way, and my assumption was this was just another crappy attempt, or well, not broadly speaking. I've enjoyed the writing. Anyway, so the fact that I've had to actually work a little bit harder and think outside the square and not be spoon-fed these dialogue options is awesome to see this game doing, and it's on me as well. I will take my share of the blame for just assuming that the game wouldn't be smart enough to treat me with that much respect. Does that make sense? Is that me conceding and walking back? Because I don't mind. I'm happy to be wrong. I'm happy to be wrong and the game be better for it. So this is fantastic, and I'm glad people were in the comments telling me. No one was saying I should go back, but that they suggested that this might have been an outcome. So there you go. I'll eat my words. I was wrong. I was terribly wrong. And this is so much better. We aim to avoid provocation at all costs. Let's try
Your
that.
commendable commitment to peace is as welcome as it is unexpected. The Alliance of the Word is to be lauded for its respect for
All
our
right.
peaceful life.
Okay. I like this. Perhaps there's what's this? About the cuck threat. Use Nila's ties to increase your standing. Well, we don't want to say that. Okay.
Ah, the silent one from our disappointing introduction.
Come on, Scarlet, you can navigate this. So the dot here, see, that's throwing me a little bit. The dot here infers, oh, I can't interact with that anymore. I can't interact with that anymore. So the ... tells us that I can complete that, so there will be another option I could use here, which is probably better. Okay. So, yeah, I feel like there might be a tutorial buried in here somewhere, or maybe the base game or a previous expansion. Let's go talk to the other dude. Might have explained this system, this dialogue system, because it's very unique, and I think it's fantastic. The way this tree is working between multiple parties. You don't see this
Hello
in
again, Explorer.
most writing. Okay. Dangerous situation.
Yes, fraught with danger. The
Right.
provinces lie uncomfortably close to Kark territory. When
Yes.
the Sanctuary of Darkness first connected to the provinces, it triggered regular attacks.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
barely
yeah.
managed to protect ourselves.
Yeah, no, we
with the
talked
meager
about this.
military that we could cobble together. Thankfully, the waves have calmed for now. The Kark insurgents
Oh, this is really
eventually
opening my
ceased.
eyes.
All
I'm
attempts to
glad.
communicate
I'm
with these
happy. The one thing I had an
enigmatic
issue with.
creatures have failed. So I would hesitate to call it a ceasefire.
More a
It is
lull and
more of a
host.
lull in
Yeah, okay.
hostilities. As you can
Okay.
imagine, the situation remains rather fragile.
Right, okay. Your quest for home was an obsession.
Oh, you took note of that, did you? Time after time, I approached Lee for the resources to find our way back home.
Yeah.
But he has come to the conclusion that efforts spent on this endeavor come at an immediate cost to our
we've talked about this.
I would hate for you to get the impression that I do not care for my fellow Boron here.
No.
On the fringes, I am truly seeking to make a difference for the people. Serving the Queen's subjects is a duty for me.
Yeah, good.
You see, I do not like
I can't skip this, can I?
But I myself am the progeny of stranded minor royals. Before you bow or anything like that, I am not part of the direct line of succession, and that is not how our monarchy works in any case. Yet, it drives me to find a path back home, for the people to once again delight in a reunited, merry realm.
Alright, so we've exhausted...
Pleasant travels.
I will say, maybe if there was a grey out system, we saw some grey out on some of the other dialogue, but like, if you're not going to let me skip literally 60 seconds of dialogue, that's a long time to sit through it multiple times, and if I'm doing this negotiation of back and forth, I might forget and re-click certain dialogues. Well, that's exactly what I did just then, right? Alright, let's see. Because this guy still had one other dialogue I could choose. This is cool because, as I said earlier, a lot of this game is about, like, rerunning a seed. Right? Look at this dude power posing for me. And so it sort of almost lends a roguelike nature to it. You know, can I solve this issue or not?
Yes, you are right. That much is obvious. I cannot help but wonder if there's more to the issue than that. Perhaps he is overly attached to his role as Prime Administrator of the provinces. A reunion with King Demon would inevitably result in him having to relinquish power and
what pushed the conclusion? Because it's not necessarily even the dot dialogue, because I spoke to the dot dialogue with the other Sheila or whatever it is, the Explorer thing. Now, I haven't said this. He fears outside incursions, which... Does he? I mean, he fears cuck incursions.
Well, we are a scientific expedition, so our offensive options are rather limited in that regard.
That's true.
What we can do, however, is make assurances that any valuable equipment that is transported into Boron space will be well guarded, making it an unappealing target. Furthermore, I am prepared to place several scouts at his disposal, and to establish a network of satellites in watchful gaze. That will give the split cause to reconsider an incursion into the provinces. The situation with this steward does indeed seem resolvable, though I fear he wears my patience thin. Take this matter in hand. Go and see the fool. Perhaps you can change his mind.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a shame that was kind of hidden behind this. He fears outside incursions. Because to me, that seemed less overt than this one, right? Like, if you obviously record my footage, but I know the writers follow me and I interact with them and all that sort of stuff. But like, I clicked this dialogue because I'm now kind of getting cagey and scared of dialogue choices because of permanency, right? That's why I clicked this one and walked away from this. So how do we fix that system? I'm not going to fix your friggin' game for you, right? But like, how do we make it? Because all I've really learnt from this now, even going back into this tree, right? When I spoke to him here, when I pressed leader was afraid, I had to get back to those other two options, I have to sit through this again. So all I'm really learning is exhaust everything in a kind of just small brain kind of way, just exhaust everything. But if it's got a dot, be very, very careful about pulling the trigger on that without all the information. So there's a sophistication to it, but it feels like maybe it's missing some stuff. What we'll do is we'll go back to the bridge, and this should be better. Now, I'm not going to behave this way if there are future confrontations. I'm going to do my best to do them the first time around, but if I do stuff it up and offend someone, now that I understand the system, I will stand by it, right? I'm not save scumming or anything like that, but now that I'm aware of how the system works,
the silent one from our
I will
introduction.
endeavour to really investigate harder. Okay, so perhaps there's a positive solution? Oh, okay. See you later, mate. They could provide security to protect your borders.
Well, this is an unexpectedly kind offer from the Alliance of the Word. I
Right.
must admit that security assistance in these uncertain times would indeed be a welcome reassurance. I
Yeah.
must say how thoroughly reassured I am. And again, please accept my most profound apologies for our earlier miscommunication.
That's okay.
Clearly,
There's a
our
funny
values
meta
are
thing
in
going on where I've
auspicious alignment.
had a
I am
miscommunication also
confident that
with
you
the
will
game.
ensure no harm befalls my charges. Please, do proceed with my blessing and my people's support for the success of your historic mission.
Right. Sure.
With the gate and watchful gaze reactivated, to our knowledge, only 3 more dormant.
There we go.
gates remain
Okay, so
in
we've seen this
province.
dialogue before.
One
Remember
is
his tone
located in
pivoted?
Ocean of Fantasy, another in Barren Shores.
Okay.
The
Disappeared
final
on
one
me.
was discovered by scouts in Sanctuary of Darkness. If Sanctuary of Darkness sounds foreboding, you may find that the name is fitting. It is host to a significant Ka'ak infestation. Urgh. Even uttering the name makes my fins tingle.
Oh no,
Yet I
can't have
must
that.
remain firm on the matter. Do not, under any circumstances, engage with the Ka'ak. Every interaction with them results in horrific conflict.
You have our word, Leader Wee. We shall do everything in our power to avoid undue provocation.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And even this
And may I
this
bestow
weird
upon you a
resolution,
gift?
you know, I
We have
commented on the
prepared for you
picture-in-picture
a
and how
fellowship,
I'm in
a
it.
humble gift, but hopefully
It all
will
makes a
be
bit
of
more
use
sense when
to
you
in the
understand the
times ahead.
developer's goal.
We are most grateful. You have been an exemplary host. Explorer, you have done well to secure access for us to continue our mission.
Yep.
Please, claim the scout ship as your own. Serve you well.
Okay, cool. So similar resolution. However, from what I understand, like in this humongous universe, which is just absolutely bonkers huge, like these factions probably could go to war, right? And if you took it in the other direction, that might be one step towards it. Now maybe you want to actually manufacture that or engineer it, sure. But from what I understand, like not everyone gets on the let's fight the AI robots together gravy train. A lot of people are going to have fights with each other, or I could start wars with them, right? Anyway, so yes, I will say, you know, from the bottom of my heart, I walk that back. And I'm happy to be wrong on video on the internet. I like to think that that's an uncommon sort of position to hold.
Marco.
And thank you to all the commenters that at least suggested that there might be a different way to do it. I still think there's issues with the system, right? Which we covered off on.
We need to investigate.
But the real tragedy is that I've been conditioned by crap games to behave in a certain way and expect a certain product, and that is the most tragic thing of all of this, to be honest.
What exactly I am to do.
All right, let's go. We've lost a little bit of progress, but I feel like that was.
Shall investigate.
I don't want to sound like a wanker, but this is kind of an important moment, right?
Final gate, the location of which is somewhat more
Figuring all that out.
Explorer, you have
Oh, we're absolutely saving. Oh, I can't save during a cutscene.
put that new fighter of yours to good use and fired Sanctuary of Darkness. It seems that you are best suited to this task.
Was he using different dialogue then, being even more
All
positive?
the times I dreamt of being reunited with my fellow Boron. It never crossed my mind that they might be in such impoverished circumstances. I know that the Alliance has received communications from Kingdom End, but those were dispatched decades ago. Hopefully, they have fared better than the Boron here. I am curious about the contents of their message. Just how much
You know-
of their preliminary findings have they shared with their Alliance counterparts? Once we have gained access to both
come
gates'
on.
data, maybe the Alliance
It's about
will
how much they
attempt to conduct
talk.
experiments from our side too. Trying to manipulate gates would be an incredibly involved undertaking. Yet it seems as though Numankaret is single-minded about the whole endeavor. Can you imagine the possibilities that would be open to us if we could manipulate these gates at will?
Be pretty cool.
Thanks to the newly opened trade routes, we have commenced rebuilding our shipyard. You are, of course, most welcome to aid us in our undertaking.
Yep,
Your
I will.
efforts
I like you.
of course, be lucratively compensated.
Now that we're friends again as well. All I was going to say is it's probably an interesting unintended side effect. There's no way it's the intent of the developers. You don't design something poorly to dissuade people. But the fact that they have unskippable dialogue that goes forever would probably stop people from save scumming quite as much. Oh, I want to go back and do this different thing, but I don't want to sit through, 20 minutes of dialogue all over again. But I didn't actually save, so I will. I'll save down here somewhere. So that was cool. That was really cool. So in future dialogue and negotiations, I'll do my best to resolve it as I see fit. And if I shit the bed again, if I actually do mess it up in the future, I will own it instead of going back. But, because I don't really like people who min-max RPG stuff, I think if something goes wrong, you should write it.
System, Sanctuary of Darkness.
Now someone said there was a key up here.
According to our archives,
Legend.
there was once a Xenon presence hereabouts in the known.
Gas region.
I wonder what befell them.
Oh,
But I'm in the
that's
gas
so.
region.
Then we were quite lucky that our systems were not
Or is that
connected
just my line of
directly to
sight?
a Xenon stronghold. There is no way we would have survived, given the state of our
Mineral
military.
region.
Now, see if you can locate the inactive gate in this system.
What is this? Other filter?
Be careful.
Oh,
Take great care
I'll
when
put that on.
navigating. We must honor our
Trade?
word and avoid
yeah,
the
turn all
traps.
those filters on.
You will also need to be cautious of the region's other hazards.
Oh, what's this?
I recommend that you stick close to the asteroids. They seem to be an exception.
Oh, that's my, my mission marker.
Will not be harmed.
Alright, so we're in Great Reef. Stick to the asteroids, he says. Alright, mineral. Wait, what's going on here now? Sanctuary of Darkness? Great. I'm confused. Oh, that's my other ship. That's my other ship. This is me. Alright. So, mineral region, he reckons.
Autopilot.
He reckons stay in the asteroids. So I'm gonna do it from up here in the map. We can probably get rid of this. How do we get rid of this? Information? Oh my god, what is this nonsense? Get rid of that.
Disengaged.
Can I scan from the map?
I have arrived at my designated inactive gate.
I don't think I
I
can.
shall commence taking readings immediately.
Right, so we know that that's a bad guy station down there, right?
Autopilot.
I'm still gonna head out that way, just so I can identify it. I wonder, can I go into combat from this map? Like, can I just tell my ship to ship interactions? Flight assist? Deploy military? Can I tell you to like auto military? Alright, Xenon station, let's get out of there. No, go back here. Get away from that. Alright, let's test this out then. So, why are these coloured and that's not coloured? Is it just because I haven't seen it yet? I don't know. Are you going to crash me into this asteroid? Please don't do that. I'm just going to sit in this map. Bugger it. Actually. Oh, so the autopilot works while I'm doing my scan. No, you can figure it out. You can figure it out. This is a very sophisticated game, right? I know I got on my soapbox a bit. Whatever. I'm human. What is that?
Autopilot. Disengaged.
What is that? Why can't I click that? I don't understand.
Autopilot engaged.
Aha. Yeah, I thought that we scanned that. Yeah, so I guess you gotta be careful you don't wreck the game for yourself. By... Wait, hang on. Are we going into the dangerous area now? Kind of feels like we are, game. Autopilot, the world's going red.
Autopilot disengaged.
Yeah, I've changed my mind. We're going this way. Alright. I'll decide where we're going. Alright, hang on. Let's see. God, that does look unpleasant. Is that like a sun? A star? Down here? Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe I drove too close to the sun. Alright. Scarlett's figuring it out. So, over there, in this blue, that must be what I drove into. It must be.
Autopilot engaged.
Let's see if the autopilot can figure this out. Asteroid?
Autopilot disengaged.
Oh, look at that. Is that the asteroid? Oh, Scarlett's got to investigate this. Yeah, look, I can see things in the distance.
4. Do not approach the Ka'ak installation.
Okay.
We have given Leader Wee our word that we will not engage them unless they engage us. There is no need for undue provocation.
Right. Yeah. I'll stay away from the cucks.
Autopilot disengaged.
I'll change my mind. I'll fly myself. Oh, I need the autopilot.
Autopilot.
Because I can't use the map. I didn't really look at that asteroid, but oh look, there's an asteroid as well. How come that one has a bip on it? I wonder.
Autopilot disengaged. Autopilot engaged.
So they're cucks. They're not. Oh yeah. Thread the needle.
Autopilot.
What is that
disengaged.
noise? I don't like that at all. Uh-oh. I don't trust the autopilot.
Autopilot engaged.
Alright, at least it's hold me on course now.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
Hazard of what? Uh-oh. Oh no.
Hull damaged.
I'm in the bad stuff. Just go. Just go. Oh, he's chasing me into it. No!
Hull critical.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, no way. No way I made it through.
Approach the jump gate in the cell. Try to get a reading.
Autopilot disengaged.
No, stop, stop, stop. Dude, my hull is cactus. Inactive jump gate. Oh, man. Well, okay, maybe I save here. I can't believe how low my hull is. I snuck through. I don't know if I was supposed to do that. But I'm in the red, so I don't even know what dictates the anomalies that burn you up. I don't seem to be able to sense them. Oh well, so it goes. Don't know if F2 does, Shift 2 does anything, whatever. Alright, cool. Anyway, again, team, thanks for, you know, humbling me a little bit in the comments section. Again, no one really pushed it. They just raised that maybe I could go back and check it out. And I'm happy that I did because we found a mechanic that I feel that the game didn't telegraph too well. But once going and discovering it, and for my small part on this little platform, I've been able to share it with some people. Maybe they're impressed with it and they end up getting the game too because they like the way that the negotiations worked. Anyway, let me know if you want to see some more, otherwise I might just leave it there for the time being and I'll catch you guys on the next one.